Sanya Richards-Ross is a four-time gold medalist for the U.S. Olympic track and field team, now an NBC Sports Olympics analyst, and she joins us now. Sanya, thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it. And I just want to start with your immediate reaction to this and to what her fellow athletes who did make the team are saying about not having her there at all.
Hi, Casey. Well, thanks for having me. This has been a tough one because I think it is hard to separate the emotion from the reality. And I think many of us have fallen in love with Sha'Carri, wanted to see her at the Olympics. But the truth is that the rules are the rules. And she's owned up to the fact that she made a mistake and made a bad choice before the Olympics. And so that is why she's being held out of these Olympic Games. And it's hard, like people have feelings on either side of this issue. But at the end of the day, it's just really sad for her. And especially for the fans that were really looking forward to seeing this young superstar there in Tokyo.
It's a big loss for all of us not to see her there. But, you know, you said that you didn't even take vitamins before going to the Olympics because you were so worried about this. Do you think that the rules need to be re-examined because drugs like marijuana are becoming legal in some places?
I do, but I think that the time for us to change rules aren't after we break them. And so, you know, I think obviously now there'll be a lot of attention on whether or not marijuana should be allowed to be legal during competition. But the truth is that we all knew the rules and know the rules before we compete. And it's about being vigilant and being disciplined. And so I never even took vitamins because I was scared that the bottle might have been contaminated, and going to the Olympics meant so much to me. So obviously, I think the Sha'Carri situation will bring about change. We will re-examine those rules. But at the time, those were the rules, and we all knew that. And so, you know, unfortunately, Sha'Carri, like she said, made a bad choice, and it's going to leave her out of her first Olympics. But she's still young, and she has hopefully many more Olympics ahead of her where she'll go on to do great things.
Yeah, and in fact, you know, she tweeted about this exact thing. She said, "I'm sorry I can't be your Olympic champ this year, but I promise I'll be your world champ next year." What should we expect from the U.S. team, though, in Tokyo? They're facing some very tough competition from the Jamaicans, from other teams, and they won't have Sha'Carri Richardson.
Well, let me tell you something. Team USA is so dynamic. There are going to be so many stars made in Tokyo, including Gabby Thomas, who I really want people to get to know. She's a 200-meter runner, so dynamic, was the second fastest runner ever when she crossed the finish line at the Olympic trials. I think she'll come home with gold in the 200. The women's 100-meter team will still be strong. Trayvon Bromell in the men's 100, the men's 400, just so many phenomenal athletes for Team USA. So it will still be amazing to watch. And I hope that you will support these athletes who have worked so hard for not 4 years now, Casey, 5 years to have this opportunity to compete for Team USA. So the Olympics are going to be awesome. And I'm so fortunate that I'll get to have a front row seat. I'll be there in Tokyo calling for Team USA and track and field. So I'm excited about that.
Just amazing. I cannot wait to listen and watch while you do that and while all of our incredible athletes get out there to represent us after, like you said, an extra year of having to wait for this competition. Sanya Richards-Ross, it's really an honor to have you. Thank you so much for being here with us today.